Hi, welcome back. Or if you're just joining, my name is Maya, and welcome to my channel, Cranleyplace, where I'm focused on Hermès scarf style, inspiration, and more. Before we get started, let me give a shout out to all the channel members, and special welcome to the knot connoisseurs and elegant insiders. I appreciate your ongoing support. If you haven't seen the membership options, please do check them out. In this video, I'll review a 90cm double face silk twill from Hermès's Fall-Winter 2025 season, Petit Duc by Christian Renonciat. We'll explore the artist's background, discuss the design inspiration, and then take a collector-focused look at some of the available colorways. Let's get started. Christian Renonciat may not be a name more recent Hermès fans recognize immediately, but he belongs to a fascinating tradition of artists who cross into the Maison with a deeply developed visual language. Born in Paris in the late 1940s, Renonciat initially studied philosophy at the Sorbonne, and you can feel that thoughtfulness throughout his work. But his career took a very different turn when he entered a woodworking and sculpture atelier in the south of France. For 6 intensive years, he trained in the physical, hands-on disciplines of carpentry, carving, and joinery. That combination, abstract thinking and material mastery, became the foundation of his entire artistic identity. In the 1970s, he opened his studio and began producing sculpture that explored what he calls the matter of things. He became known for carving wood into illusions, draped cloth, crushed paper, folded textiles, objects that appear soft and weightless even though they are sculpted from dense, solid material. His goal isn't mimicry but revelation, inviting viewers to notice the qualities of the matter itself: texture, weight, fragility, and tension. Over time, Renonciat has exhibited widely in Paris, Monte Carlo, Tokyo, Seoul, and San Francisco, among other places. Today, he continues to work in Touraine, creating large, carved wood tapestries that feel simultaneously archaeological and modern. What makes him such a compelling collaborator for the House of Hermès is his structural eye. He doesn't just draw objects, he understands how they're built. When you look at an Hermès scarf through this lens, you're seeing the work of someone who respects the craft and who understands engineering, balance, and line. And that's why Petit Duc carries such a presence. It's born from an artist who sees the poetry in the construction itself. Petit Duc is inspired by a light, elegant 19th century carriage known for its pure proportions and refined engineering. Renonciat approaches it almost the way an architect would, examining the geometry of the wheels, the curve of the shafts, the tension in the suspension, and the craftsmanship required to transform wood and metal into something both functional and beautiful. What makes this version so special, of course, is the double face construction. The primary side presents the carriage in full detail, almost archival and technical. The reverse side distills that same form into an airy, graphic echo. Together, they create a kind of visual dialogue, the literal and the poetic, the structural and the abstract. When worn, those two sides interlace. A fold reveals a sliver of line work. A knot brings forward a contrasting block of color. The design seems to animate itself. In daylight, the sharper details appear crisp and architectural. In evening settings, the curves soften and the palette deepens, emphasizing movement rather than mechanics. This is a scarf that behaves almost cinematically, shifting expression with every change of light or drape. Renonciat gives us an object that's both historical and modern, both crafted and conceptual. And as we move into the colorways, you'll see just how dramatically these palettes reshape the carriage's personality. In this double-face interpretation of Petit Duc, each palette casts the carriage in a new emotional register: gentle, radiant, grounded, or bold. The hues reshape the line work, shift the atmosphere, and even influence how the wearer appears within the composition. Starting with the rose poudre, jaune, and multicolor. This palette is soft, luminous, and ethereal, a gentle morning light interpretation of the carriage. The rose poudre foundation feels delicate and tender, while the touches of yellow and multicolor accents add subtle sparkle without overwhelming the design. In daylight, the scarf reads as airy and graceful. Indoors, it retains a soft glow. This colorway is ideal for collectors or wearers who favor subtle charm and a whisper of whimsy. It also may appeal to collectors who love the playful, feminine side of Hermès, those who favor the parure de samouraï in pastels or the bris de galet. It's less about gravitas and more about charm. Next, let's look at the Noisette Rouge Bordeaux colorway. This is an autumnal library-lit palette, warm, grounded, and sophisticated. Noisette sets the tone, a wood-toned neutral evocative of leather, craftsmanship, and classic equestrian references. The red and Bordeaux accents add depth and a quiet intensity. In natural light, it feels earthy and organic. At night, it deepens into something richly dramatic. Collectors who gravitate to this colorway often appreciate understated luxury, wearable neutrals with elevated warmth. It also would pair seamlessly with navy, camel, chocolate, and black, making it one of the most versatile in the set. Next, we have the Rose Bonbon, Bleu Lavande, and Saumon. This is the energetic, playful, and highly saturated palette, the one that reads as the most youthful of the season. Rose Bonbon brings a vibrant, candy-like brightness. Bleu Lavande introduces a cool contrast that balances the composition, and Saumon softens it into a warm, sophisticated complement. In sunlight, the lavande and salmon tones animate the carriage. Indoors, the pink pops in a lively, almost mischievous way. This colorway appeals to collectors who love bold pastels and scarves that function as statement pieces, energetic, fun, and full of personality. Next, we have the Bleu Marine, Vert and Marron. This one is the most classically Hermès collector palette of the season, dramatic, architectural, and highly wearable. The Bleu Marine provides a strong, stable anchor, almost like viewing the carriage at dusk. The Vert adds an outdoor heritage quality, while the Marron introduces warmth that keeps the palette grounded rather than cold. In daylight, the green undertones surface, giving it a quietly sporty sophistication. Under evening lighting, the navy dominates, making the design look crisp and almost museum-ready. This is the palette for serious collectors, people who buy with longevity in mind and who value structure and contrast. From a purely collector's perspective, the standout in my mind is the Bleu Marine Vert Marron. It offers the clearest line work, the strongest contrast, and the most timeless palette. It's the one that will continue to appeal across seasons, across wardrobes, and across generations of buyers. The Noisette Rouge Bordeaux comes in second, rich, warm, and elegantly understated, a classic Hermès neutral with emotional depth. The two rose-based palettes are beautiful, but they're more niche in styling, which typically makes them slightly less sought after in the long term. My personal favorites, the Rose Bonbon, Bleu Lavande, Saumon, and the Bleu Marine Vert Marron. Let me know in the comments which ones appeal to you. So there you have it, a bit about the artist, design inspiration, and collector's insights for this design from Hermès' Fall/Winter 2025 collection. Please like and share the video if you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think in the comments. In future episodes, I'll share other scarf reviews, inspiration, and more, so be sure to hit that subscribe button to be notified of new videos. Thanks again for joining me today. Until next time.